Hey guys, welcome back to another video from VBA to Z. I'm Long Pamay, and in this video we'll create a project to update PowerPoint presentation using Excel data. In a nutshell, this video will show you how to integrate Excel and PowerPoint using VBA, activate objects, control or position objects as needed. In the following videos, we'll also cover more videos on how to export PowerPoint slides to images or video in Full HD or other resolutions. As always, project files and source codes are free for download and use. The only request from you is to support my channel so I can keep sharing all these useful videos. So before we begin, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. Let us first take a quick look at the files that we'll be using for this project. The idea here is to prepare the visualization and the data, all the preparation work within Excel, and export them to PowerPoint using VBA. And then we're going to use VBA to position them, manipulate the size and the objects. You can achieve this by linking them to Excel as well, but it's going to be painful to maintain them and resolve issues that could arise from versioning of your Excel. Okay, so we're going to create a small project here to export Excel range to PowerPoint. First, we're going to create a small user interface in Excel, and then we're going to start writing the code after that. Starting up my Excel, and we'll create a like a simple user interface. So here we will have Excel template. This is gonna have our path, for example, a simple interface that's similar to the one we created the other day. Something like this. So this will contain the Excel template from where the data is gonna be picked, and then this is gonna be the PowerPoint template. Something like this. This will contain the path. We want to export specific area from the worksheet, right? So we'll have a small table to maintain this. Here we could have a button, something like this. Call this export. And here we can have a small table. This could be the worksheet name, and then next we can have a range name. We'll just call it range, sheet range, and then we want to have we want to define the width and the height. Okay, and then we can also define top and the left, like we want to position it later. So we can have a small table like this. So first is a dashboard. From dashboard we want to pick up certain area. Let's name the range. Let's call this we'll call this range 1. We want to export this range, and the width, the height, we'll just leave it as it is for now. I'm going to the timeline worksheet. Okay, so that's gonna be all from the UI design. Before we can export the data, we need to get, like what should be the width, what should be the height, how farther, like from the top or left we want to position these images that we're exporting. Okay, so let's manually try one of them. For example, let's say that we want to export this range. Should be range 1, this one. Okay, so I'll copy this manually. I'm going to PowerPoint. For now, I'll just delete this. Paste special, let's paste it as a bitmap. Okay, so once you're here, you can manually position in the way you want. Maybe this further to, like towards the left, and you can make it bigger like this. Okay, so once you're happy, we'll try to get this current position, what is the left, top, and then the height and the width of this particular image. So let's insert a new module. Let's quickly call this get position, something like this. Okay, here we need to get the slide, the shape, and then the position. Okay, so let's say dim slide as slide, and then the shape as shape. This is just one time. Okay, and then we'll declare our slide as this active presentation slides, and then this is slide number 2. We'll just say slide number 2 equal to, or we can say like this, okay? And then we'll just print this out in our immediate window. Okay, so if I run this, so it's basically saying the top is 80 point this. So maybe we'll just specify this as the top is 80, and then the left is 20, the height is 435, and then the width is 919. Okay, in a similar fashion we can, you know, like replicate it. For now I'm just gonna use this same configuration, but you can do this exercise for yourself. I'm gonna save this code for you so that you can get it later. So this is one-time activity. You configure it in this fashion. And now we'll start writing the code to open this particular Excel template, refer to this particular table to get the configuration, and then we're gonna export that particular range, which is this ranges, to the PowerPoint. Okay, so let's call this Excel path and this as PowerPoint path. So I'm gonna go to and insert a new module. We'll call this up export to PowerPoint. So before we can begin, make sure you reference to the PowerPoint library like this. Okay, let's start declaring our variables. So first is the PowerPoint, and then we need the slide, and then we'll need the shape, then we'll need workbook, then we'll need yeah, I think that's pretty much for now. So we'll call this new PowerPoint presentation. Or sorry, first we need it for application, and then it's gonna be the presentation. Or we'll just call this as presentation. This is gonna be dot slide. This will be the shape. This is gonna be the workbook. Okay, so first let's open the workbook. So we'll call this, okay, the file name is gonna be this. Once we're done, we want to close this without saving. Okay, and then now we already have this PowerPoint, you know, I created. Now we want to open up this presentation. Okay, so this is where we specify our PowerPoint path. I think we have that set up wrongly. So these two are flip. Should be like this. Okay, so we'll open up the PowerPoint first, and then let's first give it a try. We'll specify our slide. So the idea here is once we open this file, the code is going to open this file, and then it's going to loop through this particular range. Let's call this like this. Then we're going to loop through this range. Okay, we'll call this as range. So after we open this and open the PowerPoint, we're going to loop through. So now we're looping through this particular range here. Okay, now we have we can directly navigate to that particular sheet. We'll activate the workbook, and then this range value is going to be our, you know, like the sheet name, or we can just activate it like this. There are various ways to do it, but we're gonna keep it as simple as possible, okay? And then from here we're gonna get copy the range, which is this, okay? I think we should set up more variables, so I'll just copy all this like this. Maybe I'll just this will become more variable names. Okay, let's make all of this a string. Oh no, not all of them. So this is gonna be we can make it double. Should be okay, because we might need to have a decimal points. Okay, so our variables are ready. The sheet name here is gonna be with this particular sheet from the sheet. It's ready. The range is gonna be this particular, wherever this particular range is located, dot row. Okay, and then the column is gonna be, this is gonna be 5 1 2 3 4 5, right? So this is gonna be the value from there, okay, like this. Next is the width, the height, top left, so we can keep this consistent as well, like this. It's gonna be the 4th, 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, so 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so the name of the sheet, the width, range width, height, top and left. Okay, so now we have this variable set up. We can we have to specify, because we have multiple workbooks now, we best hopefully this should work. Okay, now we have a variable set up. Let's navigate to the this Excel workbook template, and then from here we want to activate. First, go to the required worksheet. Okay, so for now I'm not gonna open up the PowerPoint. I'll just leave it as it is. We'll first test out this Excel thing, and then we'll call dim export range as range. Okay, so this is where we're gonna copy, and then we'll start, you know, like writing some code for the PowerPoint. Okay, so let's first try this. I'm gonna close this file, save it, because we've created some name range there. We want to use that. Okay, just give me 1 second. There's some problem here. Okay, and then I'm gonna close the PowerPoint as well. Let's declare 2 more variables. So admin sheet, and then we're gonna call this configuration. This particular range, we'll call this as config range, like this. And then we're gonna set this particular up. The sheet is gonna be this, and then this range let's put it in this fashion. That's my bad. Okay, I'm gonna try and run this now. We'll have to turn off the display alerts. So if you look at the local window, so our variables have been set up here like this. Okay, now it's gonna go, let's say that the workbook has this activated, and then it's gonna activate this particular sheet, and then setting the range is gonna copy the range. So now it seems to be working. I'm gonna write additional code here to export it. Okay, so I'm going to the next one, go to the next sheet, copy. Okay, let's clear the clipboard. So here I'm gonna write a code to export it to PowerPoint. So we already copied the range. Now we'll set up our slides, as well as because here we already open up our PowerPoint, so the PowerPoint is on standby. Now we'll set up our slide. Okay, so set, what's the name of the slide? So we can also specify here in which particular slide we want to append to. Okay, so this could be 2, 3, 4, and 5, like this. Here we'll have one more variable, slide number. Something like that. And this is gonna be 10. Okay, so now let's set up the slide. It's gonna be this particular from the presentation slide, and then this. Okay, I think it's worth to have a quick look at the hierarchy of these objects as well. So for your reference, the PowerPoint will be the app, and then it's gonna be the presentation, and then next will be the slide, and then we'll have shapes, and then this will help in our current, we'll have the text frame, and then the text. Okay, so this is basic hierarchy for this particular video. This object will help us to navigate into this particular objects. Okay, so from the presentation slide, we're saying that the slide number is going to be this, whatever is assigned here. And once we have the slide, and then now once we have the slide, we can directly paste this in the slide, paste special, and this is where we want to specify the format that you want to paste it as. So here we'll select the bitmap as we did manually. Okay, now since we have the the image pasted, we can set up our shape, which we define here. Let's see, whatever is the first shape in that particular slide, you can also specify the name here in this fashion. Okay, in string as well. So we have our shape set up here in this fashion. Now we can position in the way that we have printed it out here. Okay, let's say thing like this, and then here top, left, width, and height. Okay, so this is where our variables are gonna go. So width will be set based on the variable here, and then the left, and the top, and then the height. Okay, so now we have positioned this particular shape as per, like how we have done it here. Okay, and then we have cleared the clipboard. So once we're done with this, we want to clear the memory so that it can go to the next slide. So I think that should be pretty much it for now. You can also close it, but for now I'll just not I'll leave it open so we can review it like this. Let's clear this as well. So I'm just pointing to the name range, because once this Excel file, like the Excel template is open, this particular like range is not accessible directly. So that's why I'm just defining it here. Okay. We have so many variables now. Okay. I'm just gonna turn off the alert for now. So the PowerPoint is open. Let me just clear this out manually for now. Okay. I'm gonna just point it here. So setting up the variables, activating the sheet. Now, okay, it looks like it ran for all the slides. And then if needed, we can also have like a status or something like that. This table can be used for multiple purpose. For now, we'll just leave it like this. So once I run this, it's gonna open up this PowerPoint like this. These are like a placeholder for now, and then it's gonna paste this in all this Excel, in all the slides from Excel. Let's try and run this. Yeah, so here it's pasted all this. For example, this one looks okay, but this table is like too much towards the left side, so we can position in this fashion like this. We can take the code that we back up earlier. This is supposed to be 3, 4. I was thinking, how can it be like that? Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna close without saving it. let's not save the PowerPoint. Okay, running it once more. Okay, the table got pasted here. This should be in slide 4. Sorry, that's my bad. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, so it moves slightly away from the left. Okay, so this is how you can, move the objects by configuring them in your Excel template like this. Okay, so if you have more items that you want to update in your slide, we're gonna cover more videos as well in coming videos, but just try to remember the hierarchy we talked about here. So in this fashion you can navigate further to the shapes, and then from the shape, if you have to update the title, let's say that your title is here like this, so you can specify the text frame. This is going to be the text frame, and then from the text frame you can use the text property to write the value to this particular title, for example. Okay guys, that's all I have for you in this video. I hope you found them informative. If so, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for upcoming videos. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'm gonna check and come back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.